Mark Dice here with Luke Rudkowski from We Are Change, youtube.com/WeAreChange. If you don't know who he is, he's basically like a paparazzi with a purpose who, I don't want to say stalks.
Intimidates.
Finds.
Hunts.
Tracks down scumbag politicians and then asks them the real questions that no journalist has ever had the balls to ask.
Yeah.
I really admire your work. It's incredible what you've done. You were really one of the first YouTubers to start doing political activism.
Yeah. Yourself as well. There's always a small knit community of people. There's you, there's Franchi, there's Mike Adams. We all kind of started around the same time, and it's really interesting to see the progression. You obviously progressed a lot too. I mean, just starting out from nothing. I mean, you know the stories. We had absolutely not all the tools that are available to us right now, and throughout the years, the progression of just the audience coming forward and helping us out and helping get the message across has been really amazing, and just such an enlightening time.
Your YouTube channel has, what, 100,000 subscribers? Your confrontations, for those who haven't seen Luke's confrontations, I'm talking about Michael Hayden, former head of the NSA, presidential candidates, Mitt Romney, Hillary Clinton, the former mayor of New York, Michael Bloomberg. I mean, Luke will find them at events and just get in their face politely, not in an intimidating, assaultive type of a manner, and then ask them the questions that should be asked, which is incredible because since you don't have an editor telling you what you can and you can't say, you don't have a big network that's saying, well, that's going to be bad for our
advertising.
You just ask the questions.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite confrontations?
Really, Henry Kissinger, Tony Blair, Zbigniew Brzezinski. There's stories behind all of them that are really incredible and really just tell the true test of where our society is right now. I think the best one is without a doubt Tony Blair. He lied to his own House of Commons, his own parliament. And he said that he never ever went to Bilderberg. He was taking photos at some gala event in New York City where people paid thousands of dollars just to be seen with that criminal and smell his dirty breath. And then I walked up right up to him and I asked him, what'd you do at Bilderberg? And then he admitted on camera that he had an amazing, lovely time of networking with all these elites. Meanwhile, he was lying to his own parliament, to his own people, and we caught him, and then he was just stuttering afterwards. And that moment kind of shows you, like, the true power we have within ourselves to kind of humble these so-called powerful elite men who really aren't as powerful as they say they are. We only make them that with our thoughts. But if we could just break that down by facing them one-on-one, looking them eye to eye, and being like, hey, we know you committed treason. We know you lied. And then you see them crumble right in front of you, and that's really empowering, and this serves many purposes.
What's incredible, I think, about your work is the fact that through social media, through YouTube, one person can go to these events and find these individuals and confront them or just ask them a question that would never get approved from mainstream media. And you can share it with the whole world. Some of your videos have gotten hundreds of thousands of views, a million views, just from simply asking, like Michael Hayden, former head of the NSA, asking him about spying on Americans.
Spying on Americans and having facilities in the NSA way before Edward Snowden. That was back in, I believe, 2007 or 2008.
2007.
But way before anyone was even talking about the NSA, we were already on top of it. We were like, why are you spying on Americans? And he said, no, we're not doing it. I was like, what about the centers in Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile where you have centers and servers there that are from the NSA?
You also asked the former head of the NSA, I think James Woolsey, right?
Yes,
Woolsey, about Operation Mockingbird, which is one of my pet peeves to expose, the CIA's propaganda
manipulation of the news, where they had top CIA officials working with news organizations, planting news stories. There were CIA people embedded with our mainstream media in the 70s, and if this happened then, what do you think they're doing now?
And what's incredible about social media and the power of the individual is that you, or maybe you with a camera person, actually got face-to-face with one of the most powerful men in the world, former head of the CIA, and asked him about Operation Mockingbird, the government paying $1 billion a year in 1970s, or in today's dollars in the 70s, to act as propagandists and gatekeepers. And it's incredible. That's why I think you're a great example to show that you can touch these people. These people are not always up in their ivory tower. You can confront them, you can expose them, and they run from you like cockroaches.
You could touch them, you could humble them, you could expose them for who they really are. I mean, I'm at these events and people kiss their butts all the time. And one thing you said, you know, it's not just about me. What we're trying to do is teach everyone out there that, you know, if I could do it, anybody could do it. And, you know, we're building schools just to teach people how to go step by step and learn how to be an accredited journalist, how to have a press credential, how to find these events, how to go up to these people, what questions to frame and ask, how to put everything together in one continuous circle. Because really, if we want to make a difference, it's going to happen with information. And
I was very surprised when I went to Washington, D.C. a couple years ago, and we went into the Senate building, and you could just walk right in. You pass through a metal detector and get searched by security, but we brought our cameras in, and there was Barbara Boxer.
Senator Barbara Boxer of California, just giving an interview right there.
Standing right there, and we were able to talk to her, and she ran away like a little cockroach and called security on us.
She tried to hide in the elevator, and then we, with our microphones, made sure that the elevator door didn't close.
But it's incredible to see that these people are accessible.
Yes, very accessible, but you have to find them, and you have to know where they are, and you have to do your research, and you have to do your homework.
And you're not stalking them at their houses or
of course not. I would never do that.
This is all at professional, public, accessible events.
Public events, red carpets, press conferences. These events happen all the time, but it's about finding them and going to them in a proper fashion where you get approved. It's not just about ambushing and running in and sneaking into places. That does happen sometimes, but that's only our last resort. A lot of the times we are accredited, we are approved with you know, my name or a friend's name or whoever's name out there that could possibly be. But what matters is anybody could do this. It's easy, it's fun, it's amazing, and if you're not doing it, and if you're not part of this kind of internet technological revolution where the truth is finally spreading out without the control of 6 major corporations, without the control of people within our government who have secret people who are working with the mainstream media telling us what to believe in, if we could break that apart, the world that we would be living in would be a lot better because the public will be well informed, and it's up to us to do it.
Luke's going to be working on a School of Journalism. Check him out on youtube.com/wearechange or wearechange.org, and check out some of his historic confrontations. It's some of the best footage you will ever see. Great to see you, bro. It's an honor to call you a friend.
Thank you so much.
And I look forward to doing some more work with you.
Keep up the great work as well. I really enjoy the channel. It's really entertaining, and you know, the only way is up from here, man. I mean, we've come so far from just being out from nowhere, being from nobodies, being able to actually do something
We were talking
successful.
about NSA, everything that we've talked about for 10 years is now, through social media, through the grassroots, is becoming talked about in larger circles, verified by people with incredible credentials like Edward Snowden and other whistleblowers. And so there's we're in a race for the truth, and if we lose, everybody loses.
Exactly.
So get involved and start running. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. Check out some of the previous videos and playlists on youtube.com/markdice. Hit me up on Facebook and Twitter, or check out some of my books in paperback on Amazon.com or your favorite e-reading device. And stay tuned because there's more videos coming soon.